New Jersey Devils, who had a very busy offseason. They bolstered up their blue line big time. They get Brett Pesce, 6 years at a $33 million deal. It's Stefan Noesen, 3 years at $8.25 million. Brendan Dillon, 3 years, $12 million. And I know we didn't talk about trades much in the finals because we were more focused on the games being played, but they did get goaltender Jacob Markstrom from Calgary in that deal for Kevin Ball and a first rounder for next year.
Ball is life.
Ball is life. Ball don't lie. Do you think the New Jersey Devils did enough this offseason to deserve the fifth best odds to win the Stanley Cup?
No. They did good. Don't get me wrong. I like the team. I think, technically they should have probably been a playoff team last year. They had a collapse. They had some injuries. They got better just now with those ads, but I don't think fifth best. That's mighty kind.
Yeah. Nason comes back. I know he was with the Devils for a bit. Pesce is a good one. I still think the biggest one has to be the goaltending thing. That was an issue that they've had for probably the past 2 to 3 years, and they finally went out and addressed that with Markstrom. But I think it's a little bit of metro inflation to say that they're like number 5 on the list of teams in order to win the Stanley Cup in terms of odds.
I also forgot to mention they did get Paul Cotter from Vegas in a trade for that Akira Schmid.
Never mind.
He's
Totally
good.
deserved.
He's good.
So this is strange because I'm very bullish on the Devils. I think they're going to be really good. I think they have a good chance to win the division. I think last year was tough. They had the injury to Jack Hughes. They addressed their biggest needs, which was goaltending and defense. Now, do I think that they should have the same odds as the New York Rangers to win the Stanley Cup? No, I do not. Do I think that they should have better odds to win the Stanley Cup than the Colorado Avalanche? No, I do not. But I do think they should be top 10 in terms of odds because I think this team is going to be something to reckon with this year, and that scares me.
Top 10, I'm totally on board with, and I absolutely think this team could be one of the top 2 in the Metro. I think they could win the Metro, because we've seen that doesn't necessarily matter when it comes to the postseason, but I totally agree with you that I would put the Rangers and the Avs ahead of them. And, I like the moves that they made for their team, but as a Caps fan, I absolutely hate it. This sucks. Like,
let me ask you a question. So, are we all in agreement the Rangers are probably the team to beat in the Metro? I mean, they're going to be really good this year. We can all say that.
Yeah, probably.
After last season, yeah.
Okay. So now the question is, who would you put second in the Metro? We're going to leave the Caps out of this. Let's just make it Devils versus Hurricanes. Who do you think's finishing higher in the standings?
That is a great question.
On paper, I think right now, right this second on paper, I actually think the Devils have a better team.
I agree.
On paper.
When you've got a healthy Jack Hughes and a healthy Nico Hischier, I think that's really hard to argue.
And now that they have a goalie.
Right.
And Sheldon Keefe. I mean, new coach coming in, right? So I feel like usually that translates quick, like little first year
if you
jump.
made me bet on it right now, I'd probably tell you the Devils are going to finish higher than the Canes.